Arising from this formless mist, the lost Buddhist civilization of Pagan. One 1,000 years ago, at the start of the last millennium, this magnificent fantasy of form emerged. This dreamscape in central Burma still contains over 4,000 temples, pagodas, and stupas. It has been said that if you took the medieval cathedrals of Europe and put them in one place, it would look like Bagan. A purifying flame surrounds the doors and windows of every temple, a symbolic burning away of ill will, impurities, and negative forces. For over 2 centuries, Bagan became the thriving center of Theravada Buddhism. Some temples are still invested for active worship by people who live in the adjacent towns and villages. The Burmese often wear sandalwood paste. This acts as a cooling sunblock and is also used as makeup. Of all the magnificent temples of legendary Bagan, the Ananda Temple is thought to be the most beautiful. Built in the 1st century of the last millennium, the Ananda Temple was completed in 1091. This is one of the Buddhas of the four directions. They are positioned on each interior side of the Ananda temple. They represent the four major Buddhas of this world within the Theravadan belief. The last Buddha, the one of this age, is understood to be Gautama Buddha. Shown here, he is positioned in this sanctuary to watch the sun set in the west. These Buddhas are nearly 1,000 years old. Faithful pay homage to the Buddhas at each of the four shrines. The Golden Buddha of the South has gazed with loving kindness over the sacred scape of Bagan for nearly 1,000 years. An essential teaching of the Buddha was about the undeniable truth of impermanence. Not to cling to the things of this world, as they are transitory, brittle, and fleeting. At Bagan, the temples were originally covered with white ornamental plaster carving and brightly gilded spires. Nearly 1,000 years of flash floods, earthquakes, and dust storms have reduced these structures to the exposed terracotta bricks. The temples and stupas of Bagan were built by kings and wealthy benefactors for their own religious merit, a way to perpetuate their legacy, and as insurance for an auspicious rebirth. This zeal for endless building led to unintended consequences. For 240 years, the brick kilns were red hot, fired by the diminishing local wood, and finally eliminating all of the forests. This deforested landscape became waterless and barren, and Bagan was ultimately abandoned. Though one should live 100 years without comprehending how all things rise and pass away, yet better indeed is a single day's life of one who does comprehend how all things rise and pass away. The Buddha. Each generation flows into the next. This ever-renewing river of the human spirit. This is a local school funded by Western Buddhists who have practiced meditation at a nearby monastery.